Hey you guys, I'm Amanda Gale, and I am so excited to be able to share with you some of the secrets and tips and tricks that I have learned along the years of being in business. I am not going to sit here and tell you that I have become a millionaire overnight, or that, I started a business 2 months ago and now it's such a success. Honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I have done to be able to get to where I'm at. And I feel like, that's the best way that people can be empowered, is with knowledge and taking action. That's the one ingredient that most people are missing. Is you can have all of the knowledge, but if you don't apply it, then what is it going to do for you, right? So that's one of the things that, I want to share with you, is when I started in business. And, I got into business originally, like back in 2007 was my first business. My first legit business was in 2007. I had started personal training in about 2005. And from there, it turned into a business. So I was a full-time business owner with 2 babies and running this thing. It was a gym. And I didn't know what I was doing. Back then, there wasn't even Google, you guys. So where did I go to find my information? I did not go to school. So I didn't, I went to school. I graduated high school and I did a little bit of college. But at the same time, I didn't go to business school. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. So there was so much trial and error and trying to figure out, who do I listen to? Who are the right people to listen to, especially, being a female in business. And this is one thing I really want to talk to all of you business owners, all of you who are starting off in business, all of you female business owners, because I feel like, there's so many times that we're looking for answers, or we're looking for the right things to do, but we're so focused on, the money. Okay, how am I going to pay my bills, next month? How am I going to get ahead? How am I going to make more money? It's always based on, trying to get a little bit further. But what is further? And, one thing that I learned along the path of my business, of having a business and then failing in business, because pretty much as soon as I built my business, I was starting to evolve. Like myself personally, like I had opportunities. So I decided, to kind of take off with those opportunities. I had, the ability to travel and, make money for myself traveling. But at the same time, my business was going to crumble. And not to mention that I had over $100,000 in debt in my business when I closed the doors. And like, how was I ever going to get ahead? And even if I walked away from my business, there's no way it was going to run by itself. I did not master the keys to team building and putting systems in place. I don't even think we had much of a computer software back then. My last resort was, okay, walk away from the business, go evolve, do what I'm doing, and, pretty much have the debt that isn't going anywhere. It's going to stay there. So as I'm evolving and, as I feel like I'm, living my dreams, I'm doing, this traveling, and I was in, the fitness industry. It was like fitness Hollywood. It was like superstars everywhere and signing autographs and being on, booths and billboards and up on stage. And it was surreal. But at the same time, one of the things I was missing was my why. Why am I doing this? And I would say anytime you're in business, figure out your why, because that's really what's going to keep you going and drive you through the moments in your business where you don't know why you're doing it. What are you doing this for? And you want to give up sometimes. And that's what was happening later on. It's like, okay, I want to inspire women. But at the same time, I felt like, I was inspiring women, but I was doing it the wrong way. Because I wasn't as healthy as I looked. I wasn't, I wasn't real. I wasn't authentic. I wasn't genuine. I was very fake. I was living this fake life. My relationship was, on the to the public, everybody thought everything was perfect. I always had tan and fake everything and getting up on stage. Like, I had eating disorders. I was like killing myself at the gym and neglecting my family and things like that. And I just thought, this isn't the right way. This is not what I should be doing to inspire women. And even though I had become incredibly successful, I had to make a decision. And when I made that decision to, get out of my marriage, and it was very, very difficult because I was walking away from everything. I was walking away. I had no income. I had nowhere to live. I didn't have anything, nothing, no vehicle. I had to take one of the vehicles that, was with us in the marriage. But at that time, I was very naive and gullible. I thought that everything was, around, my husband at the time. Like, everything was his, so nothing was mine. So I wasn't very, I wasn't empowered, and I wasn't very knowledgeable. So going through this process, financially, it took a toll on me, going from, successful business owner per se and successful bikini model. And then all of a sudden I had nothing. I was living in a shelter with my kids, and I felt like that was rock bottom. Like, where do I go from here? And that's when, it just kind of hit me like, okay, this is it. I'm going to have to go get a job and figure out how to pay for my own place, pay for my own bills. And I had absolutely no credit at the time. If anything, I had like a credit score of like 400, like low 400s. So I couldn't qualify to get a vehicle. I couldn't even qualify to get an apartment at the time, like nothing. I had nothing. So I took the venture of getting a job. And I was excited. I was very thankful. Felt very blessed to be able to go back and work for a company that I used to work with. And, it wasn't the ideal job that I wanted or I had ever dreamed about. But I was like, you know what? This is just what I'm going to have to do. And sometimes that's what we do. We just do what we have to do. And, coming from being a business owner, and anybody who's ever owned a business, like, that is such like an ego boost right there, or a burst, because it's like, oh, now I have to listen to a boss and I don't get to do things the way that I want to do them, and people look at you differently. It's like, oh man, like, she totally failed. Well, that's what I'm thinking anyway. Not always, we don't really know what people are thinking about us, but I had to go in and do it, and I did it, and I was there for like 5 years, and I remember that I did not want to be there for the rest of my life because I saw the other women who were working in my office, and I just thought, wow, they really do think that they're going to be here and retire here, and I don't want to do that. So I started thinking of, what are my options? Where can I go? What can I do? What kind of job can I get? I don't have a college, degree. I don't have much experience in anything, and I'm pretty much working like barely more than minimum wage. And what else can I do? What more can I do? And at this time, I always feel like things fall in place. Like, we go through a lot of struggles, we go through, obstacles, and I started to, figure out that I need to make a change, and it all has to come from inside. It has to come from the way that I'm thinking, the way that I'm being, what I'm doing, and I have to also change my environment. So things started to change for me. And before I knew it, I was becoming a business owner again. And that's where I started to feel good again. I felt like, you know what, this is what I'm supposed to do. I feel good when I'm helping people. I feel good when I am owning my own business. It's not about ego. It is more about helping and creating an environment for people where they can feel comfortable and they can feel like they're creating something and they can build something. But listen, I'm doing this all over again. I did it before and I lost it. So how am I going to go through this again and make it better? So anyone who has had a business, you've failed at a business, you've had to start over, guess what? You have another opportunity to make things even better than they were the first time. And if you fail at that one, guess what? You have another reason and another way to make things even better the next time. But I'm going to tell you in a minute, the main thing, the main ingredient that has made the biggest difference when it comes to owning a business and being a business owner and being a successful business owner, because we all can own businesses. But how long can we be successful and be able to create the lifestyle that we're trying to create? I have my little one behind me right now. That's what's going on in the background. So what is that thing? I'm creating everything. I'm making it better. And I started to realize that I love to build people, like tribes. I love to build relationships. And I'm really good at it. Like, I did not realize that, I am a natural teacher, and starting to find out, who I am and my why and my vision and what I'm good at, and really, take control of that and become even better at what I'm good at and make a difference in the world, because I want to leave a legacy. I want to, create something that, doesn't go away after I go away, something that's going to stick around. And so I started to observe and watch, what is it that I was doing? I was creating relationships. I was creating a way for women to bond and come together and have friendships and relationships that a lot of women don't have. And one thing that comes along with that is also empowerment, more confidence, more success, these things. So that was like what I was watching, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm creating this. And one thing that I know is that, women, we live longer, and we need to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves financially more than anything. And, being able to provide that information and provide, those relationships, and then also the ability to make more money within, the businesses that I'm creating, was like, whoa, like, this is what it's all about. But what's that key ingredient that helped me get there and helped me to create even something for my family, and something that's going to be lasting, longer than just, my other businesses? And even if I fail at that, then what? I can do it even better. But there is one thing, one key ingredient that has helped me more than anything and to get somewhere faster, was finding a mentor. So many people say that they are self-made, but I guarantee you, if you find a mentor, you find somebody who is doing exactly what it is that you want to do, living the way that you want to do, and has values like you have, that's the person you should be learning from. Because guess what? You're going to get there a lot faster. You're not going to have to figure it out the hard way. And I was so tired of figuring everything out the hard way. And guess what? Now when I have a challenge, guess who I call? I call my network. I call my mentors. And I let them know, hey, this is what I'm dealing with. How do I deal with this? What do I say? What do I do? How do I react sometimes? And guess what? They have already been through it. They have already been through the things that I am going through. So now I'm not alone, and I don't have to figure it out on my own. So that is the secret. That is the main thing that I have learned over the many years that I have been running businesses, owning businesses, evolving in business. And it has created such an amazing feeling and such an amazing opportunity for other people, because now I really have a great system, a great tribe. I'm just building that tribe. I am looking for the people who are driven, who want better in life, who want to make a difference, who are just like I was, waiting for that thing to help them get past that wall that they were like, I know I can get over that wall. I know I can do it. I just don't know how, and I don't know, if I can keep climbing and keep falling. When is enough enough? And as soon as I found that secret ingredient, finding mentors, finding people who are living the lifestyles and doing the things that I want to do, that's what made the biggest difference in my life, in my business's life, and then also in the people around me. So that's the thing that I would say. Definitely go find yourself a mentor if you are in business. Don't try to be self-made. You're just going to take yourself so much longer to get there. If that's your choice, It's your prerogative, whatever. But I gotta go. Somebody's calling me, so I will talk to you later. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for listening to my story. I really appreciate it. Bye-bye now.